Hey guys, welcome back to Derrieres. You ever feel like you are like an old person when it gets cold? I mean, I've got layers upon layers on. It looks like I'm wearing a quilt. I mean, guys, I pulled out the yarn. I decided I've got to crochet because I got to stay warm. And this is just some other way I can do it other than working. And I'm done with that for the day. So at least for a little bit, got to go back out and check on the animals here in a little while, make sure they're okay. But oh my goodness, you guys, I figured if I felt like a grandma, I might as well just go ahead and tell some stories. I am a grandma now after all, you know. So I got some stories for you and they're good ones. So hang on. Let me get the pictures out. Okay, guys, it's -10 outside, and I took the thermometer and the hydrometer out of my cheese cave so that I can keep track of how warm it is in the house because we don't have a thermostat. We live in an A-frame, and we only have 2 heating elements in this, or I guess 3 in the A-frame. One in the living room, one in the kitchen, and a small one in the bathroom. So I'm just kind of keeping track of exactly how warm it is in the house today. I also put a big quilt over the sliding glass door because, oh, it makes such a big difference. I even put rugs at the bottom up against it to kind of keep it up against the wall there. So keeps the wind out, but oh my goodness, I gotta go check the animals. Dreading it. Okay, I'll get the pictures in a few minutes. But look, I'm getting my ball going from my skein. Because you're supposed to do that first. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to make myself a scarf. Because my other scarf, I think I got a bunch of bedding in it last year from the chickens. And I couldn't get it all out and I gave up and threw it out. So, but this is my favorite kind of yarn for scarves. So, made a lot of these. I can usually make one in about an hour. Less than that, probably. But anyway, I also got my polar fleece pants on today because it's cold. 10 degrees out there. I know some of you guys, you know, live where it gets a lot colder. But for us here in middle Indiana, oh my goodness, middle northern, I guess, Indiana, it's enough. I don't like 10. I don't like it at all. I'm good about 30. I can do 27. I'm good outside working at 27. I'm good at 20. But I don't want to go any colder than that. Not really. My face is already starting to feel chapped. So, but anyway, so stories, Christmas stories. I got a couple good ones for you, but anyway, let's start out with mom and dad. Mom and dad, I was over there the other night. I got one from when I was young too. It's the best one. But I was over there the other night because dad is still healing. We thought we had his foot pretty much healed up, you know, not healed up, but on the way looking up and healing. And then we checked it again, and my sister did, and it felt hot. And so I got fuzz in my mouth. That's hair. So it's like, oh, that's not good. So took him straight into the doctor because we have a situation where he generally gets seen by the VA. So, but we have a doctor in town that we go to immediately if anything comes up. He works with the VA. So, I mean, he helps them. They go back and forth and keep track of what's going on with dad. So, but he has his own practice. Okay. So anyway, we're over there and I'm just sitting around, you know, and talking to him and doing the good old Wheel of Fortune with him. And, mom leaves the room and she is gone for a few minutes and I wonder where she went, you know? And I said, where'd mom go? And dad said, oh, she's in the kitchen. I said, oh, okay. She comes back in, you guys, and she had a plate because my mom and dad are pie eaters, man. They love pie. She came back in and she had a piece of pie on a plate, regular dinner plate, right? And she had the pie smack dab in the middle of that plate. And then she put whipped cream all over it. The whipped cream was probably that far out from the pie, all stacked up on top. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And dad said, aren't you going to get me a piece? And she said, no, get your own. I'm like, the competition's on. So anyway, I got up and got dad a piece and put whipped cream on it for him, you know. My God, they love their pies. I think that was a cherry pie. They have apple, usually have apple pie, but they have pumpkin and cherry during the holidays and, you know, whatever. But usually it's apple pie. And my sister Charlotte makes the best apple pie ever. So she's always making apple pie and bringing it over whenever Dad asks for one, you know, which my dad's a sweet eater. So, and I think he's allergic to greens, so, and any other vegetable other than potatoes and corn. So, I've never seen the man eat a bean in my life. I've never seen him eat any other vegetable, I don't think, except one time spinach, because the girl at the workout center said that he should try it like fresh, you know, fresh out of the garden, whatever. So he did that for like 2 weeks, I think. So he was really trying hard. I was impressed. I came in and about fell over because I saw the spinach in front of him on the plate, and I was like, oh my gosh. But anyway, the next story is Mom and Dad when I was little. My mom and Dad, oh my goodness. Mom would never want to try to hurt Dad's feelings ever or make him feel bad in any way, you know. And so he had purchased a gift for her for Christmas. And I think I was probably 7, maybe 8 at the time. So that meant Charlotte would have been 1 year younger than me, 7 or 6. And then Denise is 2 years behind Charlotte. So we were little. I mean, I think that's little still. And I'll never forget this. But she opened up her gift from him. She wanted some boots for Christmas. And so he bought her some boots, right? And they were boots that came up, you know, to here. This is the 70s, you guys. So, you know, it was a 70s pair of boots, you know. And she was all trying to be excited, right? Let me show you the picture. Okay, so this is my mom and Dad. Okay, you know you got this like glare down here where you can see this. That's Mom and Dad. Okay, Dad, all my girlfriends and my sister's girlfriends were in love with him. They wanted him to be their boyfriend. I'm like, right, right. So anyway, Mom opens up her boots, right? And, oh my goodness, you guys. We all died laughing. I hope you can see this picture. She was trying to keep her composure, but they were vinyl boots. And she wanted leather boots, and they were vinyl. And she was trying to be like all posing and acting like they were all just fabulous, you know. And she was trying to hold her composure as long as she could. And then she just died laughing. And we all busted out laughing too because they were ugly boots. They were so ugly. It was insane. Here's another picture of my mom not too long ago. I had made her a bunch of sushi. And she was out in the back eating that. So, and then this is another story about my mother. Oh my gosh, you guys, something else. So, we have family that have a place down in Tennessee, a couple places down in Tennessee. And we go down there and visit all the time. This is, I don't know if you can see, that's when ladies used to wear falls, you know, on their hair. My mom had dark hair, then she bleached her hair out later in days. But anyway, so we were down at the farmhouse. My uncle owns a old farmhouse down close to Tazewell, Tennessee. And so it's just an old farmhouse. It's got some old furniture in it. And then we're usually all outside doing stuff together when we're there anyway. We're not like inside very much, you know. So it's just got a hodgepodge of whatever just to make it work. So you can cook or you can sleep or whatever, you know, go to the bathroom, take a bath, whatever, you know. So we were down there and we wanted to make some mashed potatoes, and we didn't have a mixer to make them mashed. And we did have a Bartles and James bottle though. I said, here, Mom, use this. So she was using it. She did not want to use it, but she was using it. And my mom's a priss. I don't know. You guys, she used to be called Priss Dink when she was little or young because she was such a priss, always has been. Here she is. You can see the total disgust in her face. She couldn't stand the fact that I even took a picture of her. But yeah, she was mashing it with that bottle and just looking at me the whole time like, oh my goodness. I'm a different kind of person altogether than my mom is. Whatever works, I just do it. It doesn't bother me any. But Mom always is like, you know, trying to do the proper way of doing everything. So anyway, My grandmother, the one that I got my canner from. I wanted to show you guys some family pictures because you just got to see these pictures. I made my grandmother a birthday cake years ago, and this is it. She loved it. My grandmother, we were so close. We had such a good time together. There's another one ever that day. She loved the cake. It was a strawberry cake on the inside. I had purchased some pink glasses for her, and they were cat eye glasses, kind of funny looking glasses, and I gave them to her, and she put them on right away, just laughing. She loved it. We were sitting out and taking care of the roses, pruning the roses and stuff out there in the garden in the gazebo. She was having a good time. My fingers are all stained, you guys, from doing elderberry. Here is Grandma again, smelling flowers out in the front. For all you family people that are watching, there she is. Let's see what else I got. Oh, here we go. This is Grandma with my 3 girls. Okay. Lauren is the one in the back. And then Michelle here. And then Raquel. So that's my grandmother. And my grandma always had pictures on the wall. Later in life, there was a ton of them. And they're behind the door, too, of everybody's pictures in those frames, you know, that hold a bunch of pictures. She always had everybody's pictures in there. I mean, everyone's. This is my grandmother and my grandfather years ago. He passed away when I was like 5. But love that picture. And then my grandmother and my grandfather raised my great aunt, Elin, my grandmother's sister. She was 14 when their mother passed away. And Grandma and Grandpa had to go back down to Tennessee to get them. They were living up here in Indiana at the time. But they had to go back down there to get her. And I guess there was a doctor in town that wanted to take her and raise her as his own and said he would take care of her and everything. And Grandpa said, no, she's kin. We're going to go get her. So, my great aunt. She's like a saint. Was like a saint. Okay, our family is from down around Cumberland Gap. We love it down there. We go down and visit all the time. There's my uncle and my daughter years ago coming out from down there and following along the tracks, just playing and talking, looking at everything. We always do. This is me when I was young. We had also a cabin down there, my uncle did, and we would go visit at the top of the hill. They were growing tobacco. And that's me. I was up there showing how tall the tobacco was for Grandma. So when we came back home, she'd know. And then this is across from Grandma's house. You can't really see me there, but that's how tall the corn was at the time. It was 11 feet tall. So it was unbelievable. That was 1994 in July. And then here is a Christmas picture for you guys. This is me. I think I was probably 9, maybe. I think I look like I was 9. But look what I got for Christmas. I had the Bionic Man, the $1 Million Man, and the Bionic Woman. That's what I had. And my sisters had dolls each and radios each. That's funny. And look, the hairdos. That's from the Dorothy Hamill time, evidently. Those bull haircuts. That is so funny. We're all standing there together in front of the Christmas tree. And then here's some random pictures. Charlotte and I were close. We're only 14 months apart, so we were always in a picture together. There we are. Here we are. Look at those bunny hops on Charlotte. Oh my goodness. Here we are in Christmas. We always had Christmas outfits that matched every year. One year we had like Little House on the Prairie dresses. Mom made them all with the bonnets. We had the bonnets too. If I could find those pictures, I would show them to you. But this is my graduation day. Don't I look happy? I look thrilled. But there's old Blue. That's what we call this old Ford pickup truck. We loved that Ford pickup truck. When Dad sold it, we all stood in the garage and cried. It was crazy. It was funny. Here I am when I was in 4th grade. This is when I first got my glasses. Look at me. I look like an owl. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. They were pink and blue. They faded into each other. The colors did. Oh my gosh. Let's see if I can get a little closer. What a goofball. Too funny. Here is Charlotte and myself. We went on a little vacation with my best friend that I worked with at the time. Denise was her name. That's funny. I had a best friend that was called the same name as my sister. But anyway, there we are. I think we're in our early 20s then. Here we are where we got in trouble. We had to sit in a chair. I can't remember what we did, but I remember my cousins were involved and we had to set time out. So that's hilarious. I love it. Here's Denise, my younger sister, and Charlotte out in the yard getting a tan. That is so funny. Here I am, but when I had dark hair with one of my chickens. It's when I lived in my sister's house in town. I had like 4 chickens in the backyard, trying to get it so it doesn't glare. But anyway, that was probably, oh, I don't know how old I was there. Oh, it was about 13 years ago. That's when it was. About 13 years ago. That's funny. Anyway, those are some pictures so you guys have a little bit of an idea. When I'm talking about people in my family, that's who I'm talking about. This is my Uncle Clifford, the one that's with Raquel coming down the tracks there in Cumberland Gap. Cliff has always babysat us when we were little, always. He was one of my mom's younger brothers. And he was always with us, always taking care of us, always taking us to do things, always finding something for us to do, giving us ideas of stuff to do, you know. He has always been there our whole lives. I mean, just right with us. So anyway, love Cliff. So I don't know. I think that the story of the boots just cracks me up. My mother, oh my gosh, she's such a priss, like I said, you guys. You have no idea. So she tried to be gracious, and she tried to be kind, and she tried to hold it back as long as she could. And man, she was trying to, you know, model those boots for Dad so he could see them on her, you know, and how nice they were and everything. And oh my goodness, she just couldn't hold it back anymore, and she died laughing. Brother. All right, well, I'm going to finish this up and start a scarf, and then I will make a video tonight and put it out for you. So stay tuned. Anyway, since the holidays is all about family, I had to give you guys a little bit of idea of my family, some of the people I talk about here and there, or whatever, just so that you know a little bit more about me, maybe, you know. I mean, I know I didn't give you much, but I did give you a little bit. So I did leave out the picture where I was modeling when I was pregnant. I left that out. So I saved you that. I'll see you guys later. I hope you're having a good holiday with your family. I hope you're spending a lot of time with them, doing them all kinds of special things. So that's what it's all about after all. I'll see you guys. Bye.